It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Expressed by the hosts, their guests, callers, and advisors on Eye of the Nation are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Eye of the Nation is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Eye of the Nation is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2026. All rights are reserved.
Welcome to Eye on the Nation. I'm Lincoln Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown.
You look very happy.
I have had a ball today.
Yeah.
I am ready to get this show started.
Yeah.
But I know you have something that you want to do first.
Because
so
I'm perplexed.
Okay. You don't even let me give you the floor. You have the floor. Go ahead.
There comes a time when, as a man of conviction, all men of conviction must do the thing that they are convicted to do.
Okay.
And it is with that statement in the backdrop that I have to say that after watching the goings-on and the happenings of what has transpired yesterday aboard Coral Harbor, I am parting ways with that administration. And I'm going to tell you why.
Hold on, you have to give context because nobody. Context. Yeah, but before you give context before you say that. But anyway, continue.
So
I
yesterday,
have no idea. Okay, that's
the
how
decision
you
was made to summarily charge a chief petty officer, someone that is decorated, someone that has been in the service for 23 years, someone that is, and I want to say that I've had no conversations with him since his being charged, and I said charged or convicted the first time. Charged.
You said convicted, but
charged.
Charged.
And I've had no conversations with him intentionally because I don't want anyone to feel as though I am toting water for anyone. What I am is someone that understands the way the creature works. What I am is someone that understands what should happen. And what I am is someone that understands that what happened yesterday was nothing more than a public relations spectacle. And if we are, in fact, taking a zero-tolerance approach, there are people in that administration that have had their own misgivings that was tolerated.
I understand what you're saying, right? But you have to give context to the people because we do not understand what you're saying.
So there is an allegation of assault, which is my first challenge, right? Because there is nothing in the Defense Act that gives an authorizing officer the power to charge someone with assault. Secondly, there is the charge of drunkenness brought against, again, the chief petty officer because of some happening in training.
Okay, is this in relation to the video that's gone viral where you can see some, it looks like Defense Force recruits along with some Defense Force officers, looks like it took place at night and they were instructing them to eat sand?
I don't think that video is in correlation with what happened. I think that video surfaced as a result of what happened.
Okay,
right?
so then I just want to start by saying I know this is deeply personal to you, but I have no opinion on it because we do not know the extent of what he was accused of doing.
Well, he's accused of assault and drunkenness.
Right, assault on whom? And what did he do? Like, that's what I want to know, because that was not made clear.
And that is why I have such a difficulty with the way that it was done. That we interdicted this man. Right? And I can't understand how, if it is being summarily tried, is the purpose of an interdiction, one, relevant, or two, even possible, because the purpose of summary trials in Coral Harbor is so that the punishment is swift and that everything according to the act is done by an authorizing officer who largely is a commander with 2 O levels, one of which could be in woodwork.
Okay.
The point I'm making is I think that what we are doing to a man that has invested his entire youth into the development of this organization, I cry foul on it. And I want to say that I think the advisors of the commander,
no one is above the law.
No. Their hands are not clean either in this happening.
It does not matter. And
no,
I don't like
you have
when
to
people say
understand
that.
what I'm
Okay,
saying
I let you keep going, but no one is above the law.
I'm not asking him to be above the law.
Okay, and what I'm saying is it does not matter how many years, and I do not know the circumstances surrounding this situation. I have no idea.
Fine.
I'm saying it does not matter how long you gave yourself to service. If you do something that
you should be charged and tried.
Exactly.
And I'm saying to you that if we wanted to charge this man with assault, then we should send him to a magistrate's court where the court has the jurisdiction and the depth to try such a case.
Okay.
Not to say we want to charge him with assault and then summarily charge him before the authorizing officer of Coral Harbor Base, and then we want to interdict the man. In my view, it is nothing more than a public relations spectacle. I think the commander is being poorly advised on it. I think his advisors themselves have had their own transgression, and I don't recall this level of zero tolerance. As a matter of fact, I don't recall this amount of public relations. And I think that the transgressions were far more egregious.
So you have to take
the jingle means we go on to the break. I just want them to know that they hit the nerve with me today.
Okay.
We coming back to laugh.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
We all know there are ways we can help. Your help can go even further. Be an everyday superhero. Donate to Hands for Hunger.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband scan. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe wallet, or even Sand dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
This is definitely the time for BAMSI to continue to build on the progress that we've made. There's now drone technology. There's now year-round container farming. You have hydroponics. You have aquaponics. You have precision farming. There have been record numbers of enrollments, record numbers of flat fishing certifications. We've had record enrollments in our online courses. Students from across the family of islands. Because in BAMSI, we're not just cultivating produce. We're cultivating producers.
Welcome back.
Look, Mama, we made the big leagues.
So love commercials,
we got commercial.
Okay, so before we get into everything that happened today, I did promise the amazing people at the passport office today that I would shout them out because...
Hey!
Y'all!
Dun, 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 dun. You should tell me how to bring my trumpet.
Listen! And all of our loyal listeners know how long it took.
Yeah, apparently the wind just said to me, it only takes 3 months.
Y'all...
We thought they was giving you all 2.
Listen, y'all don't know. Y'all don't
Look at
know.
what the Lord has done.
I don't even want to let this go. I just want to hold on
Would
to
you like
it.
a box to put it in?
But they were so accommodating. The process of getting the passport is absolutely ridiculous. But once you get there, the ladies in the passport office were extremely accommodating. And these were the ladies on the side, what do they call it? The collection side. And I had to, because I could never remember names, I had to type it so I could send them a shout out. So thank you to Miss Gilbert, Miss Lightbourne, and Mr. Aubrey for all of your help.
Mr. Aubrey is still down there?
I don't know if that's the same Mr. Aubrey, but Mr.
Dark
Aubrey.
guy, bald head.
Yes.
He's BDF.
Oh, they listen. They listen,
Yeah,
by
he's
the way. They
BDF.
say, she said, it's the lady from Iron Nation. I said, yes, Mom.
What did she say?
This the lady from Iron Nation.
Oh, yes.
I said, yes, Mom. So I just want to shout it out. But I would also like to say this before we get into everything, too. All of the stuff that's going on with the fake documents and the passports and stuff have really affected operations at the passport office.
Did they frisk you?
No, not in terms of that. I know. So my coworker now is trying to get her passport. She's a lady that's in her 50s. This is going to be like her 3rd or 4th passport. But now they're requiring her to bring, she had to get her birth certificate. She's renewing her passport, by the way. Birth certificate, mother's birth certificate, it's like you're starting all over from the
transcript
beginning.
For the day Columbus landed.
Yeah, because I guess of all of the drama and the stuff that's happening with the passport office and the NIB cards and stuff, like everything that you would need to bring originally, it's like is now being required for...
No.
I just don't understand how it makes sense.
Plan B.
But anyway, I got mine. So shout out to them. I'm very appreciative. So let's move on to today. Listen, let me tell y'all how I thought I was going to get put out of my office today.
Really?
I never laughed so much.
Just Lona Kiki.
And listen, I appreciate Bahamian politics for the fact that we haven't gotten to the level yet with where people say knock on wood. We are not a violent people when it comes to politics. We can row and do all that, but we can kiki and we gonna laugh and we gonna have a dandy.
We might cuss, yeah.
We can cuss.
Yeah.
You know, and we drink 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
But we gonna have a dandy and we gonna have a ball, and that's all I saw today. I think I laughed from about 9:30 in the morning
till about 1 o'clock.
No, to literally just sitting down here with me and the producer, looking for videos to play for you guys so y'all could laugh too.
Yeah. Today's probably gonna be a good day to watch us. So radio people, wherever y'all are.
Yeah, we gonna play a lot of videos today.
Let me tell you what to do. Lover, tell our fans you feel like doing something romantic. Park by the beach. So use her cell phone now. Don't watch it on your cell phone, because you know that's the one time in life that Tinga might send message who ain't talked to you in 5 years. So on her cell phone, you watch Eye on the Nation yesterday.
Anyway, I don't even know where to start. We just gonna be here, there, and everywhere. We just need y'all to bear with us, okay? Somebody say, how much of these t-shirts you
I have one for every day.
Did any of your candidates, we're gonna start with you in the FNA, did any of y'all nominate today?
We are using that as classified information because we want to make sure that our strategy remains intact.
So no.
Can you prove?
So no.
Can you prove that we did?
So no. So basically, for the majority of the day, everything went smoothly. Most of the candidates said
Did you
that the
lend
process.
us $400?
Hey, if you need to borrow $400 from me, you don't need to be in politics.
It's about the movement.
You don't need to be in politics.
Oh, boy.
So some of the drama started early this morning about people not being sure what documents are needed when you go to nominate. Now, I was under the impression that it was $400, and I learned today that it has to be Bahamian currency.
Okay.
A passport or NIB card, a voter's card, and a national identification card. The 5 signatures of people within the community, and then they have to find those people to make sure that they actually are voters in the community.
In the community, right.
And your declaration.
Right.
But apparently there was some confusion with the COI because Lincoln was saying that some of his candidates were told that they needed a letter from the party saying that this person is a candidate. Have you ever heard that before?
Untrue. Yes. Okay. So if you nominate as an and again, this is why I tell you there is a interesting thing about the way the COI is formed. So if you see a Progressive Liberal Party's candidate, the PLP sends them with a letter stating that when you vote for Francesca Brown, the symbol that will represent Francesca is
standard.
the hand.
So,
yes.
So it's not a part of the documents that are normally required, but it's something that they carry anyway.
Right, because when you go to nominate, there's some process pre the nomination date where you have to pick which your symbol will be. So whether it's a clock or a foot or a bird. And so when you have collective, because remember now, the parliament was designed for all independents.
Okay.
So when you have collective groups of people, we want to make sure that we don't want somebody to have a dispute after the election and say, oh, I see Francesca had my symbol and she shouldn't have.
Okay.
That's the purpose
so
for it.
So a letter is supposed, so they didn't have the letter.
So policy, not law, I think.
So it's more policy,
right.
But they didn't allow, I guess, several of the candidates to nominate without that. But we were told that they were able, because it was like from 9 to 12.
Right.
And most people went there very early, so they still had time to send an email. But that was something that I did not know was required, and something apparently Lincoln found out today was something that was required, because he was like, I didn't even know we needed that. And then why are some people asking for it and some aren't? Because all of them didn't ask for them.
Right.
Only some of them asked for it.
Welcome to the Bahamas.
Something as important as nomination, I think we should have a standard that's straight across.
I'll tell you something off air. You'd be surprised that uniform policies isn't something. Policies can vary from person to person.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess so. But anyway, we'll start getting into the gist of it. The Prime Minister.
Park your car. You're gonna need to watch this.
The Prime Minister obviously went to Cat Island to do it. He had a. Did those people from Cat Island? Did anybody from Cat Island go to work today? Did you see the motorcade? Did you see the speakers? Did you see the people? Anybody went to work today?
Brave reach. You know there's an announcement when he come, right? You know, like when you're in Kid Island and the Prime Minister lands in Kid Island, like it becomes local Kid Island news. Hey, yeah, brave on the ground, you know, yeah. Like Kid Islanders announce his arrival.
So everything was closed today in Kid Island. Nothing happened in Kid Island.
I hear the goats even here run across the road in Bennett Harbor.
Okay, well he got to nominate and his process was smooth. Do we have the video with the Prime Minister nominating today?
I'm exhilarated by the fact that I'm taking another step and to be amongst a unique group of persons who would next be elected to Parliament. I'm very grateful to my people of Cat Island, Rumkins, and Salvador. Cat Island is a place that shaped me and made me who I am today, and I'm so thrilled to be able to nominate here in Cat Island to again continue the work that we have been doing together. You know, across these islands, our candidates have nominated. We are united in spirit and purpose, and we appreciate the fact that to govern a country, one has to be a united force. We are united, our team is experienced, we have young candidates as well, so we have a mix of experience and neophytes who will bring with them the energy and vision of the youth to mix with our experience that we already have. Nothing other than ensuring that we build upon the progress that we have already built, that already laid the foundation on.
So, given what's going to be happening during this motorcade, it could take us about 30 minutes or so to get to where we're going, where the Prime Minister and other candidates will be officially nominating. But you could have the music in the background. Again, as we've said, there's lots of excitement. The Prime Minister is no stranger to nomination day. Overall, he's been the representative for this area for just about 30 years. That's 3 decades. And so obviously, he's no stranger when it comes to nomination day. And so again, we're going to sign off just for a moment. We're going to follow the Prime Minister and his team, his delegation, as we journey down to the office of administrator over there in New Bight. And of course, we'll join you.
Yeah.
You know,
that truck being on the motorcade means that they ain't paving the road there today, because that's the truck what is moved up. No, I'm telling you, that's the truck what is moved up.
Did anybody go to work today? I know
certainly not the road pavers.
You know what? The question that I also have today is, right? And I'm not trying to get the kids out of school for any reason, but why y'all still have the kids in school when y'all have people coming to the school to nominate? Especially how bad some of them carry on today. And we're going to get to how bad some of them carry on today.
I thought they closed the schools.
No.
When I nominated, the school was...
You love to let people... Did you ever get... Let me ask you something. Did you get your $400 back?
It is about God and about country.
Did you get your $400 back?
Do you know how many $400 is that I've gotten?
So no. You didn't get it.
I didn't even think
how much
about
votes you got?
$400. Enough.
Which constituency did you run in?
South Beach.
South Beach?
Yes.
And you got how much votes?
In our next video.
I just wanted to know if you got your $400 back.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know where to go.
Anyway, the point was, why was school open? Like, I was trying to figure out, because, you know, in the video with Lincoln, which we're going to get to, when he was storming out, you couldn't see the children.
Yeah, them poor children probably don't know what happened.
I was trying to figure out, and then someone came and was like, the children are taking exams. And I know my sister, she worked at Gambler Primary, that's where Dr. Minnis went. School was in. Mm-hmm. Like, the children were there learning, but, like, people were going to know. I don't know if... Or maybe there's another way that we could do it, because I'm sure it was disruptive to the process. Be at a school? That's what I'm saying. It had to have been disruptive.
Lee's post office. We must he could do it in one of them.
Maybe. But so we're going to Pintard now. So the leader of the opposition also was able to nominate today. He had a smooth process, and Eyewitness News did also have a team in Grand Bahama. Shout out to them. They had a team in Long Island, Cat Island, Grand Bahama, and a team here on the ground. So we're going to go and see what happened with Pintard.
The process that has been in place, it's been a disastrous process for transferring and registering, but we're happy for those that have gotten on the register, and we are confident.
Do you have a response to this class in the national
forgive me, but could we have another question relative to the challenges that the Bahamian people are facing?
People chanting your name, you just successfully nominated. What's it like? See the support.
From the time I moved to Grand Bahama, we've built a relationship with the people. They have embraced me. I've embraced them. They love me, and I love them back. And so I'm honored. I'm humbled by the support that is here. And these are the people who every day, they work on behalf of Bahamians who have challenges with keeping a mortgage, paying the rent, finding food, keeping their children in school, getting medical procedures. They have reached out, even when they have had personal challenges, repairing homes and so forth. So I'm really, really honored to be working with a team that works for every Bahamian. Doesn't matter what your political color is. We have worked for everyone across this island.
Nomination day is completed. We're less than a month away from the general election. What's the campaign going to be like now on the ground?
We are going to focus on the issues, again, to hold the government to account for what they have promised but have consistently failed to deliver. And we will continue to lay out our vision for transforming Grand Bahama and then, of course, the entire Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Yeah, so don't say Sabas, because that is make him itch. He says Sabas.
It's like he had a glitch.
Tell us about Sabas?
He had a glitch. Don't ask me that. Don't ask me nothing about that.
I can imagine his speech right in the back.
Now, there's one thing I could say about him. I think he writes his own speeches, though.
Well, whoever.
I really think he writes his own speeches.
So what was the little tremor about it there?
Because one of the reporters...
Don't ask me that.
One of the reporters asked him about, comments about the National Lottery and what Sabas had to say, because,
Sabas had nothing to say till he say but National Lottery.
Yeah, but reporter trying to get a story, and he was like, don't ask me nothing except about nomination day.
Yeah.
But then the other reporters asked him other stuff that wasn't about nomination, and he answered them.
Yeah.
So what he really wanted to say was, don't ask me about that, which is fine.
Trigger word, Sabas.
He could say that. He could say, I didn't come here today to talk about that. And that's fine.
You know he's
He did start to glitch as soon as he
yeah.
heard.
It's like Mufasa. Sabas. Ooh.
In any event, you heard what he said. You heard his comments. You heard what he said. The process seemed to be smooth. He's saying the process that he was talking about that wasn't so good was actually
Which is
registering
also not
to vote.
nomination day. Which is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you going off on a tangent, answering questions we wasn't asking. And now, because we join you on your tangent,
it gave me a little bit of minutes.
You won't have the statistics.
I didn't give you just a little bit of minutes. Don't ask me nothing about that. The only thing you had to do was say A, B is B.
Yeah.
I just say it. But anyway, he was able to nominate as well. There's not much I could say. He had supporters out in big numbers. That was to be expected. I don't think anybody expected anything less from the leader of the opposition. And it does seem like he has great support in Marco City.
It also looks like he's able to get some support from the cornerstone of the party in Grand Bahama. I see Maurice Moore is there. I see Nico Grant is there. And we know Nico Grant is the juggernaut. And so, for whatever that is worth, he seems to enjoy the support of seniority in the party.
I'm just happy that the day is over, even though the laughs.
This was very funny.
It was a very.
I want you all to do this again tomorrow.
We're getting to the funny stuff. We just want to get rid of all of the, because we still have to be decent somehow. And so we just want to let everybody see what happened today from some of the people that we were able to get, and then we're going to get to the stuff.
Right.
Okay? So next we have Iram Lewis, who was a member of the Free National Movement, who is now a member of the COI, who nominated as well today in Grand Bahama. So we're going to...
Even in our depressed state, we still bring more to the table than all family islands combined. But it's not reinvested into Grand Bahama. So we now have to focus on what is collected in Grand Bahama, is reinvested in Grand Bahama. We can build our own airport and operate it. We can build our own hotels and operate it without the foreigners being involved. We can do it because it's proven that we are the best builders in the world, we're the best operators in the world. So again, ownership and empowerment belongs to Grand Bahama and Grand Bahama. Because what can I say from the past that wasn't said already before? What can I brought from the past that we didn't promise to the people before? And one thing I can say about the COI has never disappointed Grand Bahama.
The COI has never disappointed.
Wasn't that what the man say?
He said change your income and change. He said change your income and change.
He said change. I said, what? Could we get another rallier? Because this one, I don't know how I feel about him.
We'll be back right after this, y'all. He said change your income and change his answer.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Okay, guys, this is what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This 150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2 ball. 10. Give me another 2 ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Food Dragon. Cinema Classic. Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Bronson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Put it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here.
Enjoy this tasty spice it up with what we got.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back. You know, I have to take a little ad might pop up. I don't want to.
You know, we booked it busy now. We have a surprise for y'all too.
Absolutely.
We doing things. We got to shout out to y'all because we wouldn't have been able to do all the things we'd be doing if you guys weren't watching and supporting us. So we love y'all, even the
And
ones
don't watch
in the
them other
comments
people because
who
they
hate
don't
us.
have nothing to give you.
Oh, we have things today too,
Mm-hmm.
and the things
They
in.
thingsy.
They things in. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're gonna continue to move on. So that was Iram. Do you think that he has a chance of winning as a COI?
I know definitely he getting one vote for sure. Mr. Got him.
That man said.
That's your one, Iram. Iram, you already won ahead in the race.
That man said, change ain't coming, change is here.
I'm very happy you translated that.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Anyway, do you think he has a chance as a
No.
COI? Because he was voted in as an FNM. We all know he crossed over.
Yeah,
and
but you
now
know, he's
COI.
in Lucaya, right? Like, you know, Central Grand Bahama is Lucaya. And Lucaya has never existed and not been FNM.
Okay, well, I mean, he may have an opportunity. He may have a chance.
Remember that's the
He
same
certainly-
seat Nico Grant used to be in? You ever hear Nico Grant lose
Wasn't
any
Nico
election?
standing? Oh, no,
That's
Nico was
Nico
with-
was standing there. Nico and Maurice Moore.
No, they were with Pintard, not with.
Oh, with
Iram.
Pintard.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, so
Anyway, we'll see how he does. All the best to him and his independent, well, not independent run because he's a part of the COI.
His
So technically-
gang of independent run.
Well, this one actually is independent, and I think today is actually his birthday. Is it his birthday?
It is his birthday.
So happy birthday to Dr. Minnis as well. I see he's.
Darren. You know they's birthday twins?
Who's Darren?
Enfield. You know they used to cut cake together.
I never knew that.
Yeah, they's birthday twins.
Well, we're on Minnis right now, so I'm going to say happy birthday to Minnis.
So
Can I
you
do
say
that?
happy birthday, birthday
When we get to Darren, we will say happy birthday to Darren. Could you not let the man share a birthday? He don't have to share a country.
He used to go cut cake with Darren.
Happy birthday to Dr. Minnis. He also nominated today. He nominated at Gambia Primary School. And he also, I see, celebrated
quite a
his
bit of
birthday with
crowd,
them. And he cut cake with them and shared the cake, him and his wife. They did
Yeah,
a whole thing
so
at the school
wonderful.
today. Very sweet. I think it's something that he does every year on his
Yeah,
birthday.
yeah.
He goes down there with his wife. I think they've kind of adopted that school.
Right.
So he went, he nominated, and then he had his little birthday celebration.
Yeah.
But this is also what he had to
Dr.
say.
Minnis and the Minnisites.
It was smooth. I feel very comfortable. It is quite obvious that most of individuals you see here are from Killarney.
Yes.
We did not import any Lazarus food, right? And we are very confident that we will win. History is being made. This same photo you're seeing here, you're taking today, this will be in the history book. One, never before in the history of the Bahamas, a prime minister who has led his party to the greatest victory recorded in the Bahamas, now running independent after being booted out by that same party. Right?
Yeah,
Why
Minnis,
Renwood there? Is he his campaign manager?
they like to be creased up on the man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, is that Renwood? And he was
I know
like,
why.
he wanted the camera to see him. You see how close he was under Dr. Minnis?
I ain't sure why they doing that. That's
Is he his
weird to me.
campaign manager? Is he a part of the...
He ain't never announced him as no campaign manager. And you say you was getting running Bamboo Town? I thought you was giving over there nominating.
Well, clearly not. He was.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
I wonder why Pinto had get rid of all of y'all.
I don't know what that hand signal means. What does that mean?
Probably the same thing from the boy in Fox in the Day. We got to get to the boy with the Draco at some point. Yeah.
What does that hand signal mean?
Dr. Fox, you got to vet some of these people.
Oh, them too close.
Oh,
okay,
boy.
I thought you were throwing up gang signs in the back there. Wasn't sure what was going on. He said them too close. So that's his boy. So he wanted to support his boy.
I do know that.
So Dr. Minnis said that,
I still wouldn't be crazy.
history was made today with him and he did have a little crowd behind him.
Yeah.
And like he said this wasn't no rent a crowd. We didn't pay nobody to come. These ain't nobody from outside of Killarney. These Killarney people and Killarney people support me and we're here. That's why I'm very excited to see what's going to happen.
The message would be more salient if it was 1,400 or 1,500 people. But I'll take 50 people.
No, people had to work today,
No, I'm saying, I'm saying, okay, so the message of these are all Killarneyans. They didn't get you. These are all Killarneyans, right? Is a powerful message. If in fact there was 1,500 people behind you, because then that would suggest that would send a striking message.
I would say that if it was a Saturday, a Friday afternoon, it is Thursday day. People, I just want to know who gave everybody
you
these jobs.
only saw what Sabahas do on Nassau Street today.
Everybody
I say,
off.
wonder if all these people wake file and luck.
And the type of people that live in certain areas of Killarney are not the type that are going to put on T-shirts and walk behind anyway.
Sure.
So I think the day of the polls, we're going to actually see what's happening. But he did have some support today. So shout out to Dr. Minnis and happy birthday again.
And Randall Bell's just there. Because he said the day could be in the history book. So I imagine that 65 years from the day we can say a prime minister who led his party to the greatest defeat in history.
That's not what he said.
The greatest win in history was booted out and he nominated as an independent. And on that day, it was his birthday. They was at Gambia. And somewhere along there, when they put the awkward semicolon and Renwood Wells was there.
Okay, Renwood just wanted to be a part of history.
There
All
you
right,
have it.
all right. So Fred Mitchell also nominated today. He had a big crowd as well. He was one of the first.
He had the singing bishop.
You saw that?
I said, what the singer? I said, the
He
singing,
was dancing in the street.
the singing bishop in St. Barnabas. What are he doing all the way over here?
Well, clearly Shanta check out the singing bishop. He might be trying to vote in Fox Hill. But he was one of the first people to nominate. He got it out the way very early.
Yeah.
And he had a John Canoe fanfare. He had people doing John Canoe. He had people on little bikes. Like, they had a ball first thing this morning, and he was able to nominate. So let's see what he had to say.
I described it to your colleagues like the day I was going to take the BGCSE exam. I got a distinction in history, I want to let you know. So I expect that we should have a good result. I'm happy for all the people who supported me. I look at myself as a baton carrier, carrying the message of the PLP. Generations have done this. I'm not exceptional. And I hope that the work that has been done speaks to me, and that moving forward there'll be more and greater works, better to come. The number one issue for me is healthcare. There are 1,500 people in this community who are over the age of 65, and as I go around, you'll find that it's a major issue how people can deal with their healthcare issues, pension and Social Security.
It is well with my soul.
Get them, Bishop, get them.
Boy, they had a point. Listen,
I don't know how Bishop Rollers could stamp his foot hard like that. I just can't stamp my foot like that.
He always a ball. He always
Yeah.
a fun time. Anytime you go
My
around
foot
him,
is
you
have a
can
little
see.
tingle in it and things like that. I can't fool with that.
Of course not. So Fred had a big fanfare, and I must say, a lot of people after they nominated, they had their crowds meet them for breakfast or drinks or whatever it was,
Yeah.
chat and chill, whatever it was.
However you want to say alcoholism. whatever adjective you choose
it's
to use.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
People, y'all was on a
Sacrament.
It's 10 o'clock. But anyway, so that was the singing bishop. So who do we have next? Okay, so Travis Robinson also. Now Travis.
He's going to Dr. Fox.
We're going to Dr. Fox first?
Yeah. Can we go to Dr. Fox?
So we're going to Dr. Fox. So Dr. Fox, obviously, you know, him and Fred are head-to-head in...
Yeah.
I shouldn't say head-to-head, because then that means that we pretend like the COI candidate doesn't exist.
Or he had in where their head is.
What is it he?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I think I'm Bobby.
Bobby. Okay. So the COI, I mean, so Nicholas Fox also went and nominated today. He also had a big crowd behind him.
And
Lots
a
of
man with an invisible Draco.
More focus on the seniors and healthcare, because there's no clinic available in Fox Hill with a doctor, and that's one of the things I want to implement. As you know, I've been going from house to house to take care of the sick and the shut-in and the elderly, crime. I plan to put more police presence and community policing in Fox Hill. And for the youths, we want to do programs that can empower them. And for the economy, we want to bring economic empowerment to the people of Fox Hill.
We are live in Fox Hill. We just recently passed St. Anselm's Church.
What was he doing, babe?
Brett! 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 Brett!
Babe, my people? What was it?
The invisible Draco.
I can't even do it. Brett. How do you say Brett? Brett? Brett. I can't roll my tongue so that my R's go down.
Brett! What is the purpose of this mascot?
They were having a ball.
I can tell you that. And it was 10 o'clock.
But I love it. You know, I absolutely love it. I love how excited we get about politics and election, like I said, in a nice, peaceful, but extremely hilarious
Eccentric.
manner. Like we are. There is nobody like us.
Yeah.
Like Bahamians are truly one of a kind. That man literally was an invisible...
And he just have an invisible Draco and 2 6-shooter.
But anyway, we're focusing on what he said. So Dr. Fox says one of his goals and his plans is to put a clinic that has a doctor in Fox Hill.
Both of them seem to have the same mantra though, because Fred says healthcare is huge, especially as he gets. I think he says as he gets older. I think that's what I heard him say.
I don't
and
remember.
then Dr. Fox says, well, you know, I go around tending to the sick, and I realize that a lot of them don't have access to healthcare. And so,
Okay.
So
yeah, another just like Killarney, I think Fox Hill is an area that people are watching because both had big crowds come on today.
Yeah.
Nobody went to work today. The whole of Fox Hill was off today. And so election day, May 12th, should be very, 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 very interesting.
Yeah. You can leave the invisible Draco home.
No, man, can't bring him election day. Bring him election day.
Brett, what's that? Is that like the finish move?
Yeah, like when you finish it there.
Oh, boy.
Love that for us. I love that for us. Y'all can never make me hate Bahamians.
Yeah.
Well, some of y'all, but not them. So Travis Robinson also was able to barely nominate today. And the reason I say barely is because Lincoln and
They
his
almost
antics.
break up T.G. Glover.
Lincoln and his antics, which we get into. We just want to get, you know, all the serious stuff out first. And then we get into Lincoln and the antics today and all of the stuff that happened. They didn't even want Travis to get in. Then when Travis got in, it's like Travis had to ask permission to bring the people in. He was like, can I bring my people in with me? It was a whole big mix-up. But one thing I can say about Travis, Lincoln tried to drag him in the shenanigans that was happening, and Travis was like,
I come to nominate. Wrong sign, I know why you here, but I come to nominate.
Travis was like,
where you go to nominate?
yeah, like, can my people come in?
Yeah.
Can we just nominate? Like,
First of all,
I don't
Lincoln walking like Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? I was
We're
expecting
not
him
talking
to
about
just.
Lincoln right now.
I was
We're
expecting him to just
coming
come
back
in
to
and
him.
kick the table. I'm saying, but for Travis to maintain his calm.
Yeah, I don't understand how nobody laughs. Like, I really don't understand how anybody just don't be like, you okay?
Yeah. Next time, kick the table, Lincoln. See,
But-
for dramatic effect.
So he definitely was able to. There was some sort of hiccup originally. It took a little longer. I think there was something with the first lady, the COI lady who went in. And we found out what the hiccup was she was in there protesting that she didn't want Tabas to come in there. And that's why it took a little longer for everybody to nominate in that constituency, but we're going to come back to that. So Travis finally did get to nominate, and this is what happened.
Static, and I am feeling like a winner already. That the people of Fort Charlotte, having heard my message and heard my bold agenda to transform the community, will give me the honor of my life to serve as their next member of parliament in this upcoming. Charlotte is a very eclectic community with diverse concerns and needs, particularly within the Papaul Track area. I've heard the residents loud and clear regarding the flooding in the Papaul Track area, and I can commit to the people of the Papaul Track area, Ferguson Road, Vista Marina, Grove West, St. Albans Drive, that when I am elected as your next member of parliament, that flooding issue will...
So Travis has said that he's going to fix the flooding issues in the area when he's elected. You know, the confidence that he has, I love. I charge soon. You know we can hear that?
I know why I do that. I ain't tell her to do that.
Jeez, man. Can we pay attention for 2 seconds?
That ain't me. That's the device. That ain't me.
Anyway, so Travis said that he's going to fix the flooding issues. He looked to be very pumped up and excited. He also had a crowd with him when he went there to nominate. So you never know. It could be anyone's race.
Yes.
It's anyone's race.
I just love the bass. Say it one more time.
It could be anyone's race.
Absolutely. I want to tell you that they all look like one-legged men in a backside kicking competition to me down there in Fort Charlotte. I trying hard to pretend like that ain't what it looked like to me. The man just built a woman a whole house.
We're not talking about him. We're talking about Travis right now.
But I'm saying,
let's not, you know.
You say you feel like a winner. I love the confidence. I don't know how you beat some of these things. That's the truth. You'd have to pray like we find out Savasi and Bahamian or something. Oh. Like that's the only thing left.
All right. Well, in any event, Travis was able to nominate after all of the stuff that happened. Mm-hmm. All right. And so good luck to him. He seems to be very confident.
He feels like a winner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I believe him.
Okay. All right. So who's next?
And so what did you say? And from where you sit, it appears. Let's repeat that piece again.
It's any man's competition.
I love.
What did I say?
It could be anyone's race. Go ahead.
No, it's anyone's race.
Do you always stare at the camera when you lie like that?
Who's lying?
Oh boy.
He has a chance. Mm-hmm. Anyway. All right, so we also have Long Island. So we're going to head over to Long Island where the COI's candidate, so we're going to spread it out. Mm-hmm. We're going to try and be as fair as possible for the videos that we do have. So the COI's candidate was able to nominate, and this is what happened in Long Island.
Leaders who are real and who are going to be real with the people who they wish to govern. So I think it's about trust and it's about honesty. And I'm a person who was brought up to tell the truth, no matter what the consequences. And my parents, my father, Addison Turnquest, and my mother, Shirley Darville Turnquest, lived that every day. And my parents, especially my father, paid the price for truth. He was the FNM's candidate in 1982. He was the first priest, the first religious leader to offer himself up for an election, and he paid the price for that. So I understand the sacrifices because we sacrificed a lot. He was suspended for a year. So we lived 5 people on a primary school teacher salary. So we paid the price for truth. So I am here to speak the truth. And the truth is that we need to not fight one another, but we need to fight for each other. So I'm going to fight for everyone. I'm going to fight for the people in the up south. I'm going to fight for the people down north, and I'm going to fight for what I think is right. And I think people want someone who is going to tell them the hard truth and not the soft lie. Well, so my students have inspired me. They've inspired me. I have been teaching for over 20 years, and they have inspired me to practice what I teach. So I teach about power, and so I'm trying to connect the constituents to power. So one of the things I want to do is to have...
I just love the way she holds the mic like that. I love the way this poor reporter can't even get a hand. Imagine how the reporter must have felt. This poor reporter. What mess? That man.
That's not the COI's candidate, it's an independent candidate. I just wanted to clear that up.
Do not hold the reporter mic. This poor reporter don't know what to do.
You're not supposed to hold the mic. You're supposed to let the reporter hold the mic, because when you want to ask a question, then you're supposed to move the mic. When the reporter started to talk, because the lady had the mic, she just pulled that mic back. It was very weird. Very. Good luck to her. One thing I can say about Long Island, we thought there were going to be more fanfare. Long Island was quiet. Long Islanders went to work today.
Maybe they're conflicted.
They went to work today. You know, Reniko, who was the PLP's candidate, she went, and it was pretty quiet. I mean, she did have some people behind her. The F&M guy had some people behind him, but it was, Long Islanders was like, we ain't doing that. We going to work today.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. They didn't have.
There wasn't much buzz about it.
There was no buzz in Long Island, which is, I don't know. I think because of everything that was happening with Adrian, people thought
they're
that.
conflicted.
Yeah, but the Long Islanders say we have work to do, child.
Yeah.
And they did not go.
And Auntie say, you think you give me this mic to take back? Hey, you didn't know I could hold the mic this good.
Anyway, so let's continue down
Isn't it just wonderful to
our nomination track. So Michaela Barnett Ellis, who was the F&M's candidate for Killarney, she also went and she nominated today in the Killarney area. And just like Dr. Minnis, she had a contingency of people behind her as well. Like I said, it's going to be...
Do you think she imported those? Because, you know, Doc said the people them imported.
You know, he was being shady. I don't know exactly who he was being shady to, but, you know. But this is what she had to say.
It was a great moment, and to do it with my daughter beside me, with my parents around me, and my support from Killarney has made today, this morning, absolutely wonderful. It's been a great week.
And I guess, what would you say to residents in Killarney right now? Why should they vote for you? What kind of representation are you hoping to bring?
To the residents of Killarney, I'm bringing the representation of the future. It's time for us to move to the next chapter and think about what we want Killarney to look like and where we want Killarney to be over the next 5, 10, 15 years. So, you know, now it's time to build upon the past, but look towards the future and move towards the future. Killarney, I am one of you. I am a resident. I'm raising my family here. I work in this community. This community means the world to me. So now let's look towards the future and make Killarney the absolute best that it can possibly be.
I'll tell you one thing I like about her. She has a very calming voice. In all of the screaming and hullabaloo and everything that happened today, just listening to her talk, it's like, okay, like I listened. Like, you don't have to be loud and demanding some, you know, to get your point across. You didn't get that from her? Like,
Yeah,
she just has a
soothing.
very soothing, calming voice. Beautiful daughter, beautiful family. And it looked like everything in Killarney went well this morning too.
Yeah.
So good luck to her as well. You know, she had a family around. I see a lot of people did that today. Leslie Miller Rice, she had her dad and her kids with her when she went to. A lot of people took their entire families. So, you know, good for them. And good for her. And good luck to her as well.
Indeed.
Nothing to say about her.
I thought it was nice. It was calm.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay. That's all.
Okay.
All right. So we have photos of some of the nominees who we couldn't get videos of, and we were trying very hard to try to include everybody. So we do have some photos of some of them holding up their cards after they were nominated. So we're going to start playing those photos. For those in Radio Land, we will describe what you're seeing. So I think the first one we have...
tell them park on the side of the road. They should be on the beach with soft hands watching us.
This is Dr. Dwayne Sands, who we all know is the Free National Movement's candidate for Bamboo Town with his lovely... Are they married?
Wife, yes.
With his lovely wife. And there he is with the team of supporters that were behind him.
Yeah.
So he looked like he had a pretty good contingency as well. Doesn't look as big and as loud as some of the other candidates. It just looked nice little crowd. And that's him holding up his little paper. He got officially nominated.
He's nominated.
Now we have Blue Johnson, who appeared right here on the show. I'm curious to see what he's wearing. Okay. Normal clothing. I thought
it's probably a knickerbocker pants.
No, I thought the shirt was going to be open with
His
several
label.
gold chains. You know, we love the shirt open and maybe the tattoos showing or whatever. But, you know, looks very demure.
Yeah.
Today. Maybe it's just that photo, but he also registered, and we all know he's the independent candidate for Freetown. There's Michael Pintard and his lovely wife.
Who wore matching jerseys.
Yeah, but it's his. He should wear it. She should be wearing.
Who wore matching jerseys.
Okay, that was him nominating after Marco City. We told y'all he had a bit of a crowd. There's the people with him. Lady in the white suit's very nice. I like me a woman who could wear white. I don't know who she is, but she looks very nice in that white suit. And there he is going to his supporters, waving after he was officially nominated. Fanfare, pom-poms, music, junkanoo. They had it all. The jerseys are nice too.
Yeah.
Pintard 26. What does the 26 mean?
That's the election could be.
Oh.
Stay with us.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
No, I thought the 26 may have meant something specific to him. No. All right. right, our very own Sebastian also, there he is. He nominated this morning too. He had an entire motorcade as well.
That blocked up the whole Nassau Street. I was sitting behind Sebastian for about 12 minutes because I had to drop my son to school this morning. And I said, why you think Sebastian don't move his car out the road? But the whole of Nassau Street, I tell you.
That's how it's been by direct deposit hit.
Nobody was having a better time on that little float.
You don't know it was raining?
They had to pay him. I've never seen such enthusiasm.
A ball, okay,
I mean,
in the rain.
That's definitely his song.
In the absolute rain. He was having the time. And listen, I ain't never knocked no one for having a good time. Life short, dance,
What's
do whatever
funny
you have
is,
to do.
by the time as that was taken, because the motorcade came from, what is that Christie Park? Mm-hmm. The motorcade came all the way from Christie Park. That's about 2.5 miles of walking. 2.5 miles later, you still got this much pep left?
He's rushing Junkanoo.
Man, he's having the time.
He was having the time. And
I can't even do the little back jack. That's
we're going to come back to Sebastian because, you know, all of the noise today was surrounding Sebastian and Lincoln.
Yeah.
And so we're going to come to that in a minute. We just want to get through all of this other stuff. First, Heather McDonald, she also nominated today. There she is with the team behind her as well. Sorry, I was looking at the lady in the back. I got distracted for a second. What are you listening?
We going to the break. The jingle means we going to the break.
What is he doing, babe?
I don't know, Sonny. They just pay me to come here, so I come.
We'll be back right after this, y'all.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites. We offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods. Taste the difference.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay eating well.
Once something becomes the common behavior, it is the common behavior. When you operate at that level, personal emotions simply cannot float to the top.
For the average normal person that goes to the store, things like that affect us.
They must be judicious in the execution of their duty.
Well, I think whatever the nurses want, give it to them. Hedges, you know, you do everything on your phone now. You see how old he is?
Would we be walking back? That Bimini is no longer an island?
That's
okay,
not
because
what he was trying to
he also
say. Well, I don't even know what bread basket anymore either. What do y'all even say?
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband scan. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe wallet, or even sand dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
2021. Borders overrun. Gang wars raging. Crime out of control. 4 years later, we're stronger. More than 1,000 new police and defense force officers, new interceptors protecting our waters, record numbers repatriated, and with stronger security partnerships, tougher anti-gang laws, and shantytown crackdowns, we're tightening our grip. Stronger borders, safer streets. This fight is never finished.
Okay.
I gotta give it to them, boy. They got some hot.
All right, spend your money with us, child. Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Sandy Brown.
And I'm leaving my
All
life.
right, so we have a lot of stuff we have to still go through. So let's just get to it so we can get to the good stuff. So, Mike Al, so the FNM's Member of Parliament in Mike Al, he also nominated today. Let's watch that video.
When the bike say no tough girl, when friends forsake you, oh my, in your darkest hour, working it out for you,
Now, as a former police officer, Leo had to know you can't wear your brand new shoes on a long march.
No, I think Leo was just a little tired. How long was the
think about
march?
this. You see them shoe, they brand new red shoe. Immediately I know what the problem is. So everybody will tell you if you're going on a parade, you can't put on your new shoes. You got to break shoes in. And it look like them shoe, they break any foot in.
No, maybe the walk was just too long.
Especially new shoes. I'm willing to bet that when we hear the story again, he can say, boy, just to get them shoe that morning, boy, and I ain't break them.
Well, you know, the part we should be focused on is he had a motorcade. So it looks like he has some support in
the
Mike Al.
whole Auckland's was there.
He had some support in Mike Al, is what I'm trying to say. But next time wear some comfortable shoes, or just listen. It's okay if you don't like long walks. I don't like long walks either. It just looked like his feet was hurting. Anyway, Bacchus Roll, your favorite person. Let me let you introduce him.
Bacchus Roll nominated today. I understand that they had Junkanoo and they had like little dancing woman in the road. It was fantastic.
All right, so let's see what they did.
Which beach? South Beach. Come on, babe. Let's go. Make some noise. We voting for Bacchus. Don't be leaving Bacchus. We voting for Bacchus. Burn all the way with Bacchus, baby. We voting for Bacchus. Don't be leaving Bacchus. We voting for Bacchus. Burn all the way with Bacchus. We roll. Got South Beach, pretty soul. Yeah. We roll. Got South Beach, pretty soul.
I think Mother gonna need to rub a little something on her ankle after that. That's plenty ankle movement.
That's a very catchy song, you know. I like me a good song now. It was a nice song. He had a lot. He had dances. He had Junkanoo.
Woman in the road dancing, Junkanoo.
We voting for Bacchus. Boy, that song is very catchy. B-roll. Okay, all right, Bacchus.
Yeah.
I see you. Okay. So Bacchus had his whole...
Flanked by his wife and son. I think I saw that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So good luck to Bacchus as well. We got to keep going. So, Pinland support. Oh, you were the one that wanted... Let me let you introduce this one.
They have brought the mother of the nation.
Well, she came out for herself. Let's say that.
And wasn't she just a magnificent, splendid to behold?
I love seeing her. I don't know what it is, but I just love seeing her. She's
at
just
93
so regal.
years old.
So,
yeah. She is a walking definition of excellence. And you know she says about herself, she's as fine as silk and twice as soft.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so she came out today to endorse Robin Lyons in a huge endorsement, I think.
I support the woman then. You remember that song? Just here to lend my support to Miss Lyons. I think she is just so worthy. And I'll do whatever I can to help to see that she brings the bacon home.
Absolutely.
She also said that she is one of the women them. Only you want to be one of the women them.
Anyway, she looks amazing for
See,
for
that's when you
93.
become
She
one
came
of the
out,
women them.
She did the endorsement. So Robin Lyons, that's the PLP's candidate. We did an interview with her here on the show. We were extremely impressed with her, as were our listeners. Everybody was writing and saying nice things about her. And that's why I said I think Killarney is going to be very difficult because you have Minnis, he had support. You have Robin Lyons, she has support. And then you have Michaela Barnett-Ellis, she has support. Do we have to see? I don't think we have anything from the COI from that area, but we're going to see what's going on. All right, we got to keep going. Next, we have, is this in order?
Lincoln Deal.
Do we have to go up?
Isn't it Lincoln Deal?
Okay, sorry, I just was making sure. Lincoln Deal, who is the F&M's nominee for Freetown. So let's see what he did.
You know what that is?
Freetown!
That's what it is. This?
Well, he had a lot of support behind him.
He did.
Freetown is also one of those seats that people want to watch because, like we said, Blue was supposed to be the F&M's candidate, and then they put Deal, and then he went independent, and then they're running against Ray Monroe. So that is also a seat that we're going to watch, but he successfully also nominated, and he had a big contingency behind him as well. So we're going to see what happens. I think just watching nomination day, it's really showing you how close maybe some of these seats are going to be.
And then, of course, we moved a bit, west, to a big man.
A big man? Oh yes. When you say
Yeah.
a big man,
Yeah.
you're talking about Mikael Barnaby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miguel Barnaby.
All right. Well, let's see what Mikael did. Okay, so it looks like no music, none of that fanfare, but he did have a strong
I think
team
the
behind him.
fanfare followed afterwards. I think he
after.
did, yeah, I think he
Oh yes,
did the-
because maybe that's when he was walking up because they weren't supposed to have things at a certain distance to the school.
well, everybody
Oh,
ain't
that's what they're
listened to that.
explaining. Okay, yeah. So he was being respectful of the rules. So he
Everyone
left
ain't
his
listened to
fanfare
that,
somewhere
child.
else and he just walked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because school was going on and you weren't supposed to have.
We ain't care. I hear horn blowing, people hanging out car, school, and them turners get the anyway. Let's just do what we doing.
All right. Well, that's not the only motorcade we saw today. The
Yeah.
COI also had a motorcade. Let's see. Why would you all do that to me?
I want to let you know that I don't get to vet these videos.
I want to see that again. I wasn't ready. I want to see that again, please.
I want to let you know that I do my own grocery shopping. Unlike y'all, I don't have people that go to the grocery store for me, which means that these people are going to see me in the food store, Francesca.
Which area was that? Do we know?
It's Golden Gate. It's Golden Gate.
That's your teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but my mommy never sent me to that school. I didn't ask to go originally.
Why would you play that video and say it was a
They should have just
motorcade?
dropped her to the school. They should have just dropped her to the school. Why would you walk?
Anyway, she had support.
Yes.
She had support. Or maybe everybody couldn't get the day off.
Or maybe they were all waiting at the school for. Maybe they got the location.
You know what's so fun? There you go.
Maybe they got the route wrong.
Can we
What
see
is
it
this?
from a? This is the.
Ta-da! Is she rapping?
I wish we could have hair.
Many behemoths walking fair in this Bahamas. Why are behemoths afraid to stand up and be counted for who they support? This is the kind of stuff you have going on in this country. You got people in the Bahamas who are afraid to stand up for what they want and they believe in their country. But the COI will not be afraid. We're going to fight for you in the country. These people are giving our country away right in our faces. They are giving our country away. But I say to every Bahamian, every...
The mic
Okay,
get
so
tired.
so
the
that's-
mic say, I tired standing up.
So that's
Oh, boy.
Shari Natalie, who's the COI's candidate for.
She sounds like a travailing daughter of Zion.
You know, maybe she did something different. She walked, and instead of playing music, she walked and she was saying stuff about her platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
See that? Ta-da! We talked about that COI.
You know, we trying to be fair. We trying to give.
I ain't disagreeing with you.
All right, so let's just continue to move on. So this is one of your people too.
Miss Rose says she loves you, by the way.
Who's Miss Rose?
Miss Rose. She's an ardent watcher of this show. She watches it every day. And she says, you know, she's just so happy to have you here because, you know, you're such a good blend.
Who is Miss Rose?
An ardent watcher.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was somebody who was coming up. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Miss Rose.
Yeah. Her and
All
her
right.
daughter, they watch us.
All right. So Dennerly Penn, she's the F&M.
My brother, Dennerly Penn, bring everything with a tire on it.
Oh, I didn't get
everything. I was looking for a horsey and a carriage next. Yeah, there was blazers, trailblazers, motorbike, funeral hearse. The only thing missing was a hot dog van. Everything else. It's no joke. When I saw this, I said, what's happening? It was a flotilla almost. But that would mean it has boats in it. So
she had an actual motorcade. She had okay.
Yes. Of a cadre of, I'm not really sure, a plethora of just, for almost a mile and a half of just every kind of car that you could, including the hearse.
No, I didn't see the
There
hearse.
was
I
a-
missed it just now.
Let's go back to. There
Oh,
was
I
a
like that she's
real
embracing.
life
Okay.
heist.
Why would you tell them to go back?
Because I want you to see I'm not making this up.
Okay, so tell everybody which area Dennerly's running in.
Southern Shores. Where the heist? Why are we pausing before we get that? There it is, the heist.
Oh, I did not see the hearse.
It was just because it's such a fancy heist. I didn't notice it was a hearse either until I said, wait a minute, was that a hearse I just drove by? And yes, it was. But I hear they say she's come to make sure that after election day, she buries her political opponent. That's what I've been advised.
Well, she had a boy. I guess we're gonna see what's gonna happen in that area.
And the Rev was there too.
I see the hugs.
Can I tell you something? The orange gives
I see the hugs. I like
Used
how
to watch
they
Winnie the Pooh?
embraced.
I'm asking you questions. Did you watch Winnie the Pooh as a child? The orange don't give you like T.I. double girl vibes.
No, it did not.
Yeah, like, you know, like you see like a tiger. It's like, eye of the tiger.
Let's continue to go. All right, we have.
By the ADHD.
It definitely is the ADHD. This is your people. You could introduce them to.
This White Daddy? White Daddy.
Whose real name is?
Clay Sweden.
Why don't you call him White
Big
Daddy?
Papa Pump, the most hospital, clinic, billionist, road pavingist. Somebody tell me, say, whenever they go sleep in the nighttime, they just wake up every 2 hours. I ask them why. They say because if they feel like if they lay down too long, Clay might put towel on top of them.
Anyway, this is Clay Sweeting. So he nominated today in Abaco, in Eleuthera. Sorry, y'all. It's been a long day in Eleuthera, and he seems to be flanked by a lot of supporters. So congratulations to him. And it looks like, looks like his wife on the side of him as well.
Yeah. No, listen to me. I tell you, they say, don't lay down nowhere, because Clay will cover you with asphalt.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Lincoln Bane also nominated today. We all know that he is.
I know this was the nomination. I think this was the one where he walked in there like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Is this what this is?
This is a video. Look, we got to watch.
We had a little interruption. One of our candidates is at the Fort Charlotte nomination day at the school teaching over, attempting to nominate, and they are trying to put a time. All right. They're trying to restrict them by saying the PLP has to go first. We are not in, and they're saying that we made an agreement to that. I never made any agreement for the PLP to go first.
I do. That was a story that I guess we'll get to that a little bit later. But that's him walking up. It looks like he has his members with him. I see some of the candidates. What are you talking about? Maybe
because if Charlotte should be nominating,
she's in the back there. I saw a couple
but if she should be nominating in Carmichael, and he nominating in Pinewood, why is she on the line walking behind him?
They all wanted to support each other.
So why was they not walking behind Shemaine?
Because she had a different time.
Oh boy.
She had a different time.
Absolutely. I accept it.
She had a different time. All right.
Poor Shemaine.
So that's Lincoln. He was successful in nominating today, but I heard that he caused quite a stir with the F&M's candidate. He feels as though he should not have nominated as well because he said that he still had some ties to a government job, and so Lincoln was upset about that. He was also upset about Rick Fox as well, but the big thing was him and Sebas, which we're coming to in a second, right after we try to get through all of these videos. All right, so PLP's... No, sorry.
No, we going to Leslie.
Oh, Leslie. Leslie had a whole contingency behind her, but this was...
Twice with Bryce, and it's so nice, we'll do it twice.
You see how big that is? She had, we don't have the video of it, but I saw it on her page. She had sparklers as she was walking through. Sparklers.
If I was at my watering hole, I'll tell you how big it was, but I can't tell you that here on TV.
Anyway, she had sparklers, and she had her father, Leslie Miller, with her, and she looked like she had her kids as well when she nominated earlier today. So good luck to her as well. And of course, you know, she is in the Sea Breeze area.
And then, of course, we don't have a video of Joe Bet, but this obviously has to be the ultimate Joe Bet fan, right? This must have been like what it was when, I don't know, maybe the woman with the issue of blood saw Jesus. This woman saw workers of Joe Bet. And here's what happened in the video.
I won't vote for nobody. If I got a crib to the pool, I'll go. That's my vote for Joe Bet. Joe Bet called me! One and only!
Joe Bet, I don't
see
care.
y'all trying to set me up, but I'm not.
I don't care what they do, Joe Bet. You ahead by one. We guarantee that.
She have to crawl
Yeah.
to the polls.
I wonder what Joe Bet do.
Maybe they should have asked her in the video, but that's the kind of love I wish. I want someone to love me like that. She started to cry. She said, "I don't care if I have to
crawl." My goodness.
All right. Well,
that's a special something.
Listen, supporters are supporters. You
Indeed.
can't get mad at people for supporting how they support and who they want to support.
Indeed.
I've never had anyone love me like that. So
she usually slows these things down, I guess, for dramatic effect.
She has an entire production. And see, I know if you noticed, they have on these cami pants. That's something that we were going to talk about, but we never got to. So maybe we'll talk about it another day. She has a controversial video out.
That I absolutely loved, by the way.
Where she said that pretty much that she was going to war. And if you ever watched 300, it kind of mimicked what was going on in 300 and being prepared for war.
300 is my favorite movie, by the way.
It is one of my favorite movies as well. And people were saying that some of them thought that it was inappropriate, but clearly she didn't care because they came out in their cami again today like they were ready for war.
Yeah. And there she was in her banana cup yellow pants and her...
She looked really nice. I liked
thought
her
it was
pants.
nice. I just like the color.
Okay. All right. So Auntie
The
Pia
banana cup,
also nominated today.
Yeah.
There she is walking with... Those are some big pictures of herself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at some point, I think her and the speaker were together. They blocked the road for sure. I remember seeing that at some point.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Lady dancing with a fan today that was... Listen, supporters are supporters. They're going to do what they're going to do. I want me one of them fans, though. But like a normal one for hair. And then okay, Pia for progress.
Yeah.
Nobody had school today. Nobody went to work.
And they didn't have this car tomorrow if
they don't start jumping on that roof.
Keep jumping up on top of it like that.
In any event, it seems like today was a mix of fun and seriousness. But let's just say more serious, more
and
fun.
then at some point throughout the day,
okay,
I think the Moke Pain showed up.
The what?
The Moke Pain. It must be the thing that rhymes with Moke Pain.
I'm not going to let y'all do it. I'm not going to let y'all do it to me because y'all are trying to do it to me. And I am absolutely not going to let y'all do it to me.
Why does he look like somebody splashing with cool water? Oh, boy.
You know what? He looks like he's having a good time. He looks like he's having... And he had a lot of support up there. I'll say that.
If he doesn't win, he could always join the Fox Hill Congos. Show us the ape thing again. It's perfect. It will line right up with there. He could go and be a Fox Hill Congo because he fits right in. Look at it. Bum, bum. Monkey face. Oh, there you go. There you go. Absolutely. Ideal candidate for the Fox Hill Congos.
Okay. I have nothing to say. You know what? I'm going to say something good. He looks like he's having an amazing time. And I'm glad that he does not look as angry as he normally looks. He looks like he's actually enjoying himself. There's no rowing, no nothing. He just looks like he's having a good time. And so I'll just leave it as that. I like him for that.
I'm going to just adopt your position.
He having a ball. Everybody can dance. Somebody...
You don't want to know what I think it looks like.
I do not want to know. All right. Let's move on.
Neither does Zerka.
Michael Pine also, who is the independent candidate in Pine Ridge, Frederick Michael Pine, we know he used to be with the F&M. This will be his second time trying to run independent.
Yes.
And he nominated today, and here's a snippet from that. say purple is the color of royalty.
Yeah,
He looks
and
nice
this
in the
time for
purple.
Michael Bane, indeed.
Yeah, and he has supporters as well. So I guess we'll see what's going to happen down there in Pine Ridge. So the PLP is Deputy Leader Chester Cooper also nominated.
I'm
today.
advised they say Chester had a bashman splashman.
Yeah, I didn't get to see half
They
of the
say
videos
this
today.
was big to doomant.
Yeah. I didn't get to see half of the videos. I'm upset about that. But let's just see. Let's see what happened with Chester.
Yeah,
nobody
that's
gone
the
to work
whole
today.
eczema. And I understand that he's having a party tonight after a little rallying tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you are not going to Chester's event in eczema, I don't know what you're doing tonight.
Okay, well, good luck to them. He looks like he had an entire contingency behind him as well, but we all know that people love him down there in Exuma. Okay, Owen Wells, the PLP's candidate for St. James, he also nominated today. Here's a video of that.
Progress, no poverty. Poverty, poverty. Owen, the remedy. Trust the PLP and you will live life happy. All the way. Hey, we gon' show you all the way. Hey, 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 hey. PLP. All the way. Hey, we gon' show you all the way. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. This for me, this for you. This the island future too. Build a legacy to ride on, so the history holds truth. If I lie, strike me down. All them other jokers, clowns, them want talk about the future, but can't even run it now. We got Owen representing Sweet St. James, now all aboard. If you down, join the ride. Owen Wells is on the ride. Shannon Dunn, think he got it, buddy.
All right.
Shannon Dunn, Tinky Gun, something, I done won.
What I want to know is, when they had time to go nominate and then piece together a music video.
You ever do like a class project, right? And one of these people, like they ask you to build a solar system, and then like one of the boys, daddy, just rush for the Valley Boys, and so he come here with this solar system in 3D, and that's how I feel about the PLP. Like, you all doing too much for the class project, man. You all ain't see the rest of us build our solar system on the cardboard.
We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna get to all of the drama that happened with Lincoln and Sabas, and we're gonna get to it when we come back from the break. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Right after
Me and the
this.
Roddy Lincoln Bane.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Hey, it's time to lock in your vote.
Your vote is your power.
With the new boundaries in place, you may need to transfer or confirm your voter registration.
And if you have never registered or didn't plan to vote,
don't get left out on one of the most important decisions of your future.
Make sure when election day comes, you're ready to say,
your say, your vote, your choice.
Have you registered to vote? Join us February 18th, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at ILTV Studios on University Drive.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levan Miller.
I'm Sally Brown, and before we jump back into everything, don't forget that with Canoe, Bahamian businesses can access their funds right at home. Enjoy faster payouts, process payments 24/7, and move money at your convenience. Bahamian business owners can accept payments online with Canoe. Explore Canoe's API and invoicing features to get paid locally and internationally. Canoe is a Bahamian fintech helping local merchants accept payments fast and easy. Canoe empowers entrepreneurs to get paid quickly and grow. All right, let's jump back into
it. All your everyday needs. Try Canoe.
All right. Let's jump back into finish these nomination day clips off of the F&M's candidate for
Davin Russell.
Davin Russell. That's a nice shirt, though. Centerville. I was letting you finish it. Come on, we're a team. If I can't remember, then you help me. I done been reading all of these by myself.
I like the way this police in the back here. She's just chilling right out. She look like they only send me here because they say you need a police.
All right, so that's the F&M.
Don't let no crime happen.
That's the F&M's candidate. That's a really nice shirt for Centerville, Davin Russell. We also have Marvin Dames. He nominated today. He also had some people behind him.
He was dancing with an old woman today,
There he is. He was?
Yeah, when an old woman come out, she run out of yard, and they had the most awkward little tango going on, but it was,
Okay, all right. We also have a photo of
the Juggernaut.
Glennis Hannah Martin. There she is with her people behind her. She nominated successfully today as well.
Glennis and the dude, the new dude.
Listen, I don't even know anybody running against her.
Think of them.
Okay. All right, Patricia and Pete, we have a video with them together.
Yeah, but blocking up the road.
By people's school today?
I tell you, so you talking about the children in the school. They say them children, the children get D last time.
All right, so let's get to what everybody was talking about today.
We're gonna play the
So Lincoln Bane was challenging Sabas's nomination today. So apparently the issue stemmed from Sabas was on a radio show yesterday, and this is what is claimed. I did not listen to the radio show, so I do not know if that is true. Did you listen to the show? That he said that he still has contracts with the government. And because of that, Lincoln says that Sabas was ineligible to nominate today, and he should not have. And the nomination today was
that it
illegal.
offends the Constitution.
Right, because you're supposed, and he also alleged that Sabas did not disclose all of his assets or all of the contracts that he had with the government.
And that there's some sort of a $50 million contract.
Right, and there's some $50 million, and so he had all of this information. Lincoln ran from
Pinewood
all the way to
Fort Charlotte
to run up in these people's place.
Yeah, in a coat suit.
I think we
Next
have a
time
video.
when you reach, kick the table so they could know you serious.
I think we have a video of Lincoln walking in. Give him a sec.
Okay.
All right.
That's what you have to do. You have to, for dramatic effect. When you reach, you just grab the first table you find and you throw it on the ground.
Well, we kind of knew that something was happening because the COI's candidate was taking a. There's the video. I mean, he just marching. Like when I hear a woman giggling too loud in the back of my man phone, just look. Yeah. Marching, and he came. I mean, he wasn't even supposed to be there. This man was supposed to be with his other candidates.
Like you gotta like throw over the table, kick the garbage, do something. You know you need to add a little pizzazz, a little bazinga.
So they came in, and what they decided to do was just stay in there. While Sabas,
Shorty look like, let me come with this man.
You know, before Lincoln even came, the COI supporters that were there stayed inside the room when Sabas was in there nominating, and it made the room very tight because Sabas had the 20 people I think that he was allowed to have in, and then the COI people stayed in there, and they were shouting things while he was, giving his financial information and paying his money. And I must say, Sabas ignored them. He pretended like they weren't there. It seems as though Sabas' supporters were more upset with the fact that Lincoln wasn't there yet, with the supporters being there than Sabas was. He just continued the process and he left.
Yeah.
And
like Chill Bill from over the hill.
Yeah, he just was like, I just come to pay my $400 and go and have my, because I think he was having a chill and grill afterwards.
Yeah.
So then Lincoln decided that he wanted to go in after Sabas left, and he started to have a confrontation with the parliamentary registry officers that were in there, pretty much telling them that what they did was illegal. He asked them for their names, right? He said that he pulled out the Constitution, and he said that they weren't following what was supposed to be done. And then he said he's suing each of them individually, as well as he's suing the government, and then he's taking the matter to election court.
He don't have to wait till election court. If this thing offends the Constitution, he's a lawyer. Grab someone that has passed the bar and speed to a Supreme Court and bring it to the attention of a court. No judge on a bench will let you offend the Constitution and not move an injunction.
Now, the workers that were in there, they ended up calling the parliamentary commissioner to try and figure out what was happening.
Why
what was
didn't they
legal,
call the police commissioner?
What was supposed to happen, and he gave them instructions to, hey, just let everybody nominate and we'll deal with what we have to deal with afterward. Now, I don't know the truth behind whatever's happening. I just didn't like the antics, and the antics continued to when Travis was in there, and it just seemed like he was stopping other people from trying to continue the process. Nobody was in there when the COI lady was doing what she had to do. Why the COI had to just be post up in there with the PLP and the FNL?
Again, like I said, for me, even in the moments where the utterances of Lincoln have substance, they always lose me in the sensationalism. Like, I just can't get past the amount of emotional filigree that they must fill this entire thing up with. I'm not sure what it's for.
It's for things like this. They get to make the news.
But
so
if you make the news and don't make a change, then what in fact did you do?
I think we have some clips of everything. Let's play the first clip so you guys can see some of what went down today.
Being here, and it's happening now. Sabaz Bastian, I am here to reject your nomination. You do not qualify You do not qualify.
Can you specify what it is exactly that's illegal about the process?
The fact that he,
Cannot do that.
You wait.
Our next incoming.
Hello, this is the school. We'd like for you to explain the process, please, as information is in for the rejection of Sabas. We would like for you to explain to all the summary. Get your hand on
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Nominated. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, now we ready.
I know.
So for context, what was happening was Sabas was sitting down giving over his documents. The COI's the COI's candidate for the area was in the back challenging his nomination, and then some of the supporters were literally shouting at the representatives that were in there
I'm
while
trying to
it was
figure,
going on.
what is the police telling the press they couldn't do?
So Janelle Longley, who is the reporter for Eyewitness News, was trying to figure out what was going on, because at that point, no one knew what was going on. So she went up to her and she was like, could you let us know what's happening? Now, the press, I think they let the press in there in order to, film with the process, but I don't think they're supposed to ask questions.
But the way the Fourth Estate works is whenever news begins to happen, it is I think that officer is not on the right side of proper protocol. If news begins, the Fourth Estate must document the news. We didn't know that this lady would kick.
Yeah, I agree, but maybe the interview shouldn't have happened then. They could have waited until they went outside to do the interview, which I think did end up happening after it.
Sure.
After it, they did get a full interview with her, but this was after. So after the lady said what she had to say and did the challenge and the men were in there, then this was when Lincoln did that walk that we saw when he stormed in, because I think he was like, that ain't enough.
Yeah, the Roddy Pied Piper.
Yeah, we need to do some more, and then this is what happened with Lincoln.
Law breaker. Isn't this the law? Didn't you just break the law?
Let's move on.
You can't. Hey, you hear what he said? Let's just move on. We didn't break the law.
Move on. No, we hear what you're saying. We're not going.
That's not supposed to be. We need to do what is right.
Yeah, we just move on.
No, sir.
That's how we supposed to run
No,
the
sir.
country.
No, sir.
Let's keep it down. The school is going on. I don't know why they would have school going on while this is happening, but that's fine. I'm going to apologize. Listen, just like they broke the law with the referendum for the number men, who we know most likely paid to make that happen, to the tune of $8 million. Of course. Hey, brother, just to inform you, this is the law. They have knowingly broken the law, and they have said that they are moving forward. Sebastian has government contract with an S. He bragged on the radio that he collects $50 million from the government based on his contracts. He admitted that he did not, as the law says, declare 1 month before that he has a government contract. And the law says if you don't declare in the Gazette, not on this declaration form, if you do not put notice in the Gazette a month before the election, then you are disqualified from running. All right? And it says that the returning officer shall reject your nomination. They know the law, and they knowingly and willingly accepted that Sabas, who admitted on the radio that he was breaking the law, but he don't care. He's going to declare on this paper, and the law does not allow him to declare his contract on this paper. And so you and your rights have been violated, and we must, while we are political opponents, we must stand together for the constitution of this country, not for the FNM, not for the COI. Our children, our democracy is being violated. And we expect you to also object. Yes. We just want to nominate.
Well,
So that was a part of it.
Poor
The part that you saw, it was a little bit of the confrontation that he had with the workers, and then Travis came in because Travis was like, "It's my time." So I don't know if y'all know how it worked today. Everybody was supposed to arrange with them what time they will be there in order for people not to clash or not to have people waiting.
And I think that's about keeping the peace as well.
Right. But what happened was because the COI lady was taking so long and nobody knew what was happening, Sabas ended up having to go past his time, and then Travis had to end up going past his time, and then Lincoln was in there pulling scene, and so Travis was like, "Listen, I only have until 12 o'clock to do this," and he probably had an event afterwards, as most candidates did, and he went inside to try and figure out what was going on, and then Lincoln just bombarded him. One thing about Travis, he listened, but then he was like, "You on your own, bro."
So here's what, and I want to support you because I know you always talk about the disparity between the way men and women are treated. You notice that as soon as this bunch of rowing and carrying on wasn't a woman, because what was the difference, right? The cameras were rolling, the mics were on, there is no difference.
He was doing a full-on interview.
Precisely.
I think they just did not want to rile him up because it would have caused a bigger scene. I think with the reporter, they knew that Janelle was not going to. She was just going to be like, "Okay, no problem," which she did, which was very professional of her. And then she left.
This isn't a murder scene.
They know that if they had put their hands on Lincoln or tried to remove him or tell him that he could not do what he was doing in there, it would have turned into a bigger scene. Yes or no?
Agreed. All I'm saying is I don't want the police officers to become comfortable impeding the Fourth Estate.
Yeah.
It is the Fourth Estate for the purpose of it not being dictated to. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what Lincoln's letter to Urquhart is about. That the Fourth Estate should be informed by the facts and not by any influence. Well, if news happens here, it is the duty of the Fourth Estate to document it.
Well, he tried to get Travis on his side. Travis saying,
Travis,
"Nothing.
I just
come to nominate."
Yeah, let me just sign my little paper and
that's what he did.
Yeah.
And he did.
Move an injunction.
He was trying to get him on. He's like, "It's not about the F&M, it's or the COI. It's about
our children."
Yeah, and Travis said, "I just come to nominate." Travis nominated. He went outside. He said, "I had a great time. I'm gonna fix the roads and no flooding and."
See you all tomorrow.
Right, but we have another video, I think, with Sebastian Lincoln passing each other or something. Okay, so this is Sebastian. Who is this? Lincoln? I could barely see what's coming out. What's happening? Okay,
this is Sebastian coming out.
This is Sebastian coming out after he's finished with his nomination. I reported that poor Janelle, she worked so hard today. I got to buy her a soda tomorrow. They passed each other. If y'all look. And he shook his hand. Sebastian is so unbothered.
Yeah.
He was just like, "I don't have time for this."
Yeah.
Like,
hey, cousin.
Like, go do what you have to do.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this.
I got my little paper in my hand.
The reporter did end up getting some comments from Sebastian about what he thought was going on because he did not make any comments while in there. He did what he had to do and he left. And this is what he had to say.
A comment on what happened on the inside of the room. We understand that they're trying to reject your nomination.
The COI being COI, their role is to, distract, disrupt, cause confusion, throw baseless accusations around and hope it sticks. But Bayman people are beyond that. We're trying to take a country forward. We're trying to continue to build on progress. And we don't have no time for rhetoric. My commitment right now is for Charlotte and convincing the 6,482 that are on the register so far that I'm the man to represent them in the House.
Yeah.
And he's so calm with it.
Don't ask me too much more questions other than the 6,482. Any question beyond that is too much a question.
Yeah, he was like, anyway, that's the end of that. We're trying to read and at the same time. Yeah, he was just like, that's the end of that. I'm not running on with that. So I guess we'll have to see what happens.
He also put a challenge. He said, Lincoln said, I got $50 million worth of contract.
Not today.
Well, if you find $50 million, Lincoln, I'll give you 5.
There were longer comments that he did have, and I want you guys to tune into Eyewitness News today so you can get all sides of the story. I know during the broadcast, Janaea had called the parliamentary commissioner and they were going. He did a little interview with them so we could try and get some sort of context to what was happening around. But he did say, the end of his speech, he did say, I suing each of y'all personally. He said, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? I'm suing each of y'all personally. I'm suing each of y'all in your professional capacity. And this is going to election court. He also, by the way, had a problem with Rick Fox because he said he's not sure that Rick Fox renounced. So he said he's challenging that as well. And then he's also challenging what's the young boy's name that's running against him in Vinewood? I cannot remember his name. Denari Roll. He's also challenging him because he said that he technically still works for the government. So those are the three he had an issue with, but he only pulled up on
Yeah, so I think
Sebastian.
Denari had said something about being on unpaid leave.
No, I don't know. But I guess we'll have it all sorted out. Today was just a lot going on. We
Yeah.
did have some comments from Latre, who is the communications director in the office of the Prime Minister, about this Sebas situation.
Which I'm not sure is something Latre.
But he said that,
Yeah.
And then
I've spoken to Val Grimes, the head of the PLP's legal team. As you are aware, that there was some protest by the COI and the PLP's candidate Sebastian for Charlotte. The campaign is satisfied that Mr. Sebastian meets all the requirements. He is nominated. We expect him to be on the ballot on May 12th, and there's no concerns with his declarations.
Why was there a concern in the first place?
I think that this is consistent with the opposition to create chaos and confusion where possible. The PLP campaign remain focused, and we expect on May 12th that Sebastian will deliver for Charlotte for the PLP.
it's crazy that he's calling the COI the opposition.
Yeah. Well, Iram in the House was, well,
He said it's something the opposition. And that is why Lincoln continues to do the things he did, because Lincoln always makes the news. We spent 30 minutes talking about what happened with Lincoln today and 2 minutes on Pintar today, if even 2
we
minutes.
talk about his jersey, and you couldn't figure out what the 26
I'm just saying, y'all keep asking why he does the things that he does. It's because he always
Then
makes...
why doesn't he do something sensible, like get an attorney and go before the face of the court and move an injunction and have a judge?
But Maria is an attorney. Maria, by the way, if y'all didn't see her, she fell
She
ill
had a
today.
medical emergency.
Right, so she almost didn't nominate,
Yeah, but the
she
Lord.
did at the last minute. So Maria Daxon did officially nominate today.
Someone told me she was at the hairdresser originally, and then I said, I doubt that strongly. And then I dug a little deeper, and they told me, I'm telling you what I was told.
So apparently we're being told that the Mike House COI candidate didn't nominate. He missed the deadline. He must went late.
Was he also marching behind Lincoln?
Well, he would have had to been there.
Well, I see other candidates from other constituencies marching behind Lincoln. I suspect maybe he was on a flight trying to get it so he could march behind Lincoln.
Anyway, look.
You don't have to read it loud.
I thought she was okay. Okay. So let me read this. So okay. Oh yeah. So the Coalition of Independents confirmed that the intended candidate from my Cal, Jermaine Higgs, was unable to nominate today.
That's because I saw him yesterday, and he ain't no flight going to my gal today. No, I saw him in Nassau yesterday, and if he was going to nominate, that would mean he had to get there Wednesday. Because the plane only does go Wednesday, and I think, when the plane does go? Wednesday and Saturday?
I'm ignoring you.
I'm not joking.
It says, while the statement remained vague, he had a private jet, you don't know? While the statement remained vague about the details, Eyewitness News understands that nominations for the constituency took place in Maguana, but he was on another island.
Yeah, New Providence. What are you talking about?
Maybe he didn't know you had to physically be there. He thought that somebody could do it in his place. So the COI only has 40 candidates.
Don't make me tell you this like his third or fourth election. Don't make me tell you that. Yeah, he's been BDM. I think he was BDM at one point. He was half F&M at one point before Cassius put Bandulu them and run off with the only nomination. Yeah.
Well, you know, he saved his $400.
And the plane ticket.
Yeah, so good for him. Maybe he just was like, bro, I have something better to do with my $400.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could say.
We giving away these. You know who sent these?
Who?
You don't know who sent
We
these?
don't have time. We only have like 3 minutes left.
So
you
we
asked
could
the
wait on
producers?
Auntie P, is that?
Yeah, we could do everything tomorrow.
But I don't want to confuse who was who now.
No, I could read. You tell
could
me I
read
read.
that?
You tell me I read very well. P won't have a different price on it.
Oh. I don't know. We don't know. Because Auntie P is not to be outdone.
Well, anyway, it was listen, I appreciate everything that happened today. I love the fact that there was no violence. knock on wood again,
Mhm.
that everybody, even though it looked like for Rick Fox them in their area, there was a little clash and they were passing at the same time.
And then Rick Fox did the monkey dance and scared them all away. Could you show us the monkey dance one more time?
Anyway, let's read the comments for the last couple of minutes because so much was going on that
Monkey
we weren't
dance,
able.
monkey dance, monkey dance, monkey dance.
All right. Leaving the people want to know, how many T-shirts do you have?
One for every day. See?
They say Leavin Miller 0 votes in Leavin Voice.
I never get no
zero votes.
Check the records. I've never gotten 0 votes.
That's what they say. 0 votes in Leavin in Darren
I don't
Miller
mix my grits with
Voice.
They
How
don't know
longer will the media allow Pintard to duck questions? I mean, he answered the questions that he wanted
As long
to
as you don't say the names of ours.
You cannot force somebody to answer a question if they don't want to
Just
answer
don't
a
say
question.
Sabas. When you say Sabas, he's stay good with the faintings.
He never answers questions that he feels he shouldn't answer, and the news people don't push back. Y'all really, what y'all want us to do? Say us. I didn't lose no more.
TDTM.
But still, like, what would y'all want them to do?
When he say, I'm not answering that, you say, you didn't be displayed. You gotta answer us.
Okay.
You can do that?
Nobody asked you guys to switch the table photos around yet. Looks like you have Pintard on top of a podium.
What?
I don't know what that means.
How are you? What?
I don't know. Someone said Lincoln need to pay that woman her money.
And he said he did.
Give her a check.
I mean, we check to see if
clear?
we check to see if the check clear.
I don't know. Why is she holding the mic? I think that was the lady. My son say his class is PLP. He said the reason that he is PLP is because blue is one of his favorite colors. Children are so
Well, if
innocent.
he was living in Farm Road, he'd be conflicted.
Why?
Because everything is blue. At Farm Road, where that is?
Freetown. That's why I say why. Have a look at some of the names for the FNA. So somebody came up with names for the FNA. Fairness for Nations Association, Frontline Neighbors Alliance, Foundation for New Alliance, Future of National Action, and Forum for New Advancement.
We ain't like none of them.
No? Okay. Let's see. Did Rick Fox nominate today? Yes, he did.
I like this comment.
What in the FNA is going on with Rick?
Monkey dance, monkey dance.
I have, quickly before we go, I do have a birthday shout out that I...
Monkey dance, monkey dance, monkey dance, monkey dance.
Can I do my birthday shout out really quickly, please? I have a birthday shout out. So happy birthday to, and this is coming in from your parents, Michael and Tamara Ring. Happy first birthday to my prince, my young lion, Madden Judah Ring.
I know
And that's
Mikey
from
Ring.
your parents, yes. So that's from his parents, Michael and Tamara Ring, Marley, Ken, Candace, and the entire tribe. I really hope I pronounced
And you
that
have to
right.
say Darren and feel happy birthday.
So happy first birthday to that young prince. And I hope you have a great day. You tell Darren Henfield happy birthday
And
since
to
you want to tell
Darren
him happy
Henfield,
birthday so
my
bad.
vice commanding officer and the man with whom I blame much of my success on. I am the Marine that I became because of Darren Henfield. I want to say happy birthday to him. And for those of you that had something to say about him kissing his young son Dreon, y'all
was
have
very
to learn
weird.
how to stop loving to like man. All right? That's what I'm going to say to them.
Yeah, and you know,
Yeah.
men showing affection for their children is fine.
And to the whole Defense Force executive team. I want to tell you all what y'all are doing to that Chief Petty Officer is egregious, and it is a public spectacle. And I've decided to part ways.
Okay.
That means they don't invite me to anything no more.
I could have said it on Podways with you a long time. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, guys, and we have things tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
We'll be back
Tell
tomorrow.
you all privileged children, go get one job by Deloitte and Touche. The military ain't for them.